Hey there, friend. Welcome to the kickoff of something big. My name is CJ Halleck. I'm the founder of Built by Pro, and today is the first step in a game-changing journey for small business owners, creators, and brands who are serious about showing up like pros. Whether you're just getting started or you've been at it for a while, there's one foundational truth I need you to grab hold of right now. Everything you build in your business, your brand, your content, your offers, must revolve around one person, your branded avatar. This is your ideal customer, your dream client, the one person your message should be laser focused on. And here's the thing, most people never take the time to define this clearly, and it's the reason their marketing falls flat, their sales stall, and their brand feels scattered. That ends now. Over the next few days, I'm dropping a full suite of trainings as part of the official launch of Pro Branding Club. Today is training number 1, and this is the foundation of it all, including finding your target market and understanding the journey they're on so your brand can guide them with value at every turn. This is the Client Compass, your North Star for content, offers, positioning, and beyond. And it starts with a mindset shift, because you are not marketing to everyone. You are speaking to someone, one person, one story, one transformation. Let's simplify it. Instead of trying to appeal to everyone, which never works, we're going to define your branded avatar, a hyper-specific, made-up individual who represents your perfect client or customer. This includes who they are, what they believe, what they want, what they're afraid of, and what success looks like for them. Because when you know who they are, you know how to help them. You can speak directly to their life, their struggles, and their goals. Here's an example. Let's say you run a service-based business. Let's say you're a home inspector. Your branded avatar might be something like this. Meet Mark. Mark is a 45-year-old working professional looking to buy a home in my local town. Of course, you want to put your city in there, or town, or whatever, but he may be a first-time home buyer or a growing family looking for more space. Mark is cautious and values expertise. He wants to ensure the home he's purchasing is safe, structurally sound, and a good investment. As you can see, I gave some minor specifics about Mark and described what makes him a great potential client or customer for me. So now, all of your blog posts, social media content, along with your products and services aren't just for everyone. They're for Mark. And when Mark sees the different pieces of content, he feels like you made it just for him. Of course, if you are just now starting a business, or even if you've been in business for a while, you may not know what to look for when creating and defining your branded avatar. For now, don't worry. All you need to know is the basics. Don't overthink it. Regardless of the type of business you're in, your branded avatar is likely to evolve over time, so don't stress it. We'll cover some of the basic questions you need to ask in order to help define your branded avatar before we dig deeper into the 2 parts of the Client Compass. You can pause this video or come back later, but take some time to answer these, and remember, these just start the process and is not limited to only these questions. Ready? Let's go. How old are they? What kind of work do they do? What's their income range? What's their daily routine? What social media platforms are they on? What are their biggest goals? What keeps them up at night? What other brands do they follow online? What would make them say, this brand or business gets me? And yes, give them a name. Mark, Jenny, Corey, Emily, doesn't matter. Give your brand someone to talk to, because the clearer this person is in your mind, the clearer your brand's message becomes in theirs. When you are answering these questions and trying to think of the best way to describe your branded avatar, you basically need to define these 3 things. Demographics, their age, gender, job, income, education level, etc. The next thing is their psychographics, which is their beliefs, values, lifestyles, hobbies. And then geographics, where they live, shop, travel, or connect online. And remember this, everyone is not your audience. That's how amateurs market, and we're here to build brands like pros. Now, the power behind this exercise, the actual Client Compass. The first part of the client compass is the 4-point understanding of your clients or customers. Think about a 4-point compass. Each direction represents something you need to understand about your branded avatar so you can feed that information into your content. North becomes needs. What do they truly need to solve their biggest problems? East is expectations. What do they believe is normal in your industry, and how can you set the proper expectations for them moving forward? Next is South, which is success. What does a win look like for them? If they use your products or services, how does it help them see their vision of success? And last but not least is West, which is wants. What do they think they want, even if it's not the same as what they need? Every piece of content, product, or service should be aligned with at least one of these 4 points. And now the final piece of your client compass, the map. MAP. Milestones, actions, and progress. This process works like a timeline, left to right. On the left is your prospect or branded avatar, unhappy. They need to accomplish something. And quick disclaimer, finding what your branded avatar needs to accomplish may be one of the hardest parts of this process. And it's difficult because you have to completely take yourself out of the equation, and that's not easy for an entrepreneur. After all, we're doing this to grow our business. Why would we take ourselves out of it? Well, when you look at it from your point of view, you see your branded avatar on the left of the timeline unhappy, and sometimes can think your product is what moves them all the way to the right when they hire you or buy your products, and that's it. Unfortunately, that's not how this works. Let's revisit what MAP stands for. Milestones, actions, and progress. Let's start with milestones. This is where you step back and take a bird's eye view of the journey your branded avatar is going to go through. From realizing they're unhappy to being beyond happy. But how do we do that? Milestones. Along the timeline, you should have 4 to 5 core milestones that your prospective clients or customers will hit before they are happy. Most of the time, your business products and services will fall around 3 or 4. They sit in the middle of this timeline because regardless of what type of product or service you sell, 99% of us have ways to help our branded avatars beyond when they become a customer or client. Continuing with the home inspector example from earlier, let's look at those milestones and positioning of the branded avatar for the home inspector. They're unhappy because they want to be homeowners. Ultimate happiness for them is only when they are in their safe, clean, forever dream home. This is a little bit more detailed example, but the milestones for that would include how to define your dream home and what you're looking for, choosing the right agent, pre-qualifying for your mortgage, escrow, then home inspection, closing, moving in, decorating, all the way to upkeep and maintenance. And yes, you can look at the process and say your step is the only one, but when you add early milestones along with the post-business milestones, you don't just keep customers, you build fans. Now, how do you build fans? Well, I'll tell you. Creating content around the milestones that your branded avatar will need to hit with or without you makes you more of an expert and can show them the right way to do things. You build trust and can give them the step-by-step actions they need to take in order to have progress. And that's it. That completes MAP. You set the milestones, you create the content that let them take action in order to have progress. Get this right and you'll never struggle to create content or figure out what to say in your marketing again. Now, I know I've covered a lot, and if you're anything like me, you may be looking at the thought of defining your branded avatar and dread it. I know it's not why you started your business to do these things, but your branded avatar is why you started your business. So in the next training, the Pro Branding Workshop, we'll walk through naming your business, picking the perfect branded username, and we'll go through the different parts of your brand, like your branded avatar. With the help of professionally written prompts and ChatGPT, we'll build a professional brand identity worksheet. We'll get your basic business information in it, along with a professional description of your business, a target market description, your branded avatar description, tagline, mission statement, vision statement, and more. The Pro Branding Workshop is a game changer because it's where you start to see everything starting to come together. You'll walk away with real clarity on who you serve and how your brand should show up online. So be sure to watch for it tomorrow. If you're ready to stop winging it and start building a brand that actually grows, then this is your moment. Get a good understanding of your branded avatar and stay tuned because we're just getting started. This is the official launch sequence for Pro Branding Club, and what's coming next is going to take everything to the next level. Let's execute, let's build something great, and I'll see you in the next training.